Some of the hardest words Jesus ever spoke were also the ones that cut the deepest into our hearts. They don't let us stay comfortable, and they don't let us settle for half-hearted faith. This week, we saw that Jesus calls us to a radical way of living, one that goes against the grain of our culture and even our own instincts sometimes. But here's the truth. His hard sayings are actually words of life. They push us towards a deeper understanding of who he is, towards boldness, toward love, and toward freedom from anything that holds us back. We mentioned loving your enemies and praying for those who persecute you. Jesus said in Matthew 5:44 to love your enemies and pray for those that persecute you. And that might be one of the hardest commands in all of Scripture for us to kind of wrestle with. It's natural to avoid people who hurt us, and it's human to want to fight back. But Jesus calls us to something higher. And this is not just theory. Jesus lived it. From the cross, he prayed, "Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing." And when we choose love instead of hate, prayer instead of bitterness, we show the world what God's love really looks like. Radical love is not weakness, it's the power of Christ working in us. Jesus also reminded us that eternity has to be our focus. John 12:25 says, "Those who love their life in this world will lose it, but those who care nothing for their life in this world will keep it for eternity." The world tells us to chase comfort, popularity, and possessions, but Jesus points us to a narrow road, the one that leads to life. And if we cling to what's temporary, we lose sight often of what's eternal. But when we live with heaven in view, we can endure hardships, persecution, and even loss, because we know that it's not the end of the story. Eternity is the goal, and Christ is worth it. To live this way takes boldness. Jesus never said following him would be easy. The cross was heavy. The road was narrow. The world doesn't always understand, but we're not called to live in fear or shame. We're called to live unashamed, motivated by love. Paul said in Romans 1:16, "I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God unto salvation." And if we really believe that, then our lives should reflect it. We love boldly, we forgive boldly, and we share the truth boldly, not because it's easy, but because Christ loved us first. Another story we looked into last week was when Jesus told the rich man to sell everything and follow him. See, he was pointing to a deeper truth. God won't share first place in our hearts. An idol can be money, can be comfort, can be reputation, even good things like family or ministry, anything that we love more than God. And the call is clear. Let go of anything that keeps you from following Christ, because idols promise life but always lead to emptiness. Only Jesus satisfies. So where does this leave us? Jesus' hard sayings confront us, but they also free us. He calls us to love when it's hard, to live with eternity in view, to walk boldly and unashamed, and to release every idol that competes for our hearts. The cost is real, but so is the reward. Eternity with him, peace in the storm, joy that lasts, and love that changes lives. So let me ask, who do you need to pray for today? What idol do you need to lay down today? Where do you need to live boldly, unashamed, and unashamed of the gospel? Jesus' words may be hard, but they are words of life. Let's not just hear them, and let's live them. If this encouraged you, then let me know in the comments and subscribe for more daily and weekly encouragement.